Am I the asshole? For telling my sister she is not allowed to compare my daughter's death to her cat. So IF38 lost my daughter just 2 weeks ago. She got leukemia 4 years ago and it just ended up spreading throughout her body. She fought very hard for a long time. Cancer is such a bitch. I watched my poor baby suffer so much because of it. Anyway, since the loss of my daughter, a lot of people have been trying to comfort me, and I understand they are just trying their best, but it doesn't always help. My sister, who doesn't have kids, a personal choice of hers, F36 specifically, has been the worst at trying to help me. A year ago she had to put down her 16-year-old cat whom I lost a pet before, so I know how difficult that can be, but it's different than losing my actual human daughter. She has said things like, "I know how you feel about daughter's name because of the loss of cat name. She was my child. I understand animals are like family, but my daughter and her cat aren't the same." I was trying to just ignore her and let her comfort me with how she felt. But today she came over and started talking about how she knows exactly how I feel because of her cat. I finally got upset and said, "No, you don't. Yes, pets can be part of the family and mean a lot to you. I understand losing your cat was hard. But my daughter was my daughter. So until you experience this type of grief and have to see your daughter die slowly from a horrible disease, you aren't allowed to act like losing a cat is the same thing." My sister got mad and called me a heartless AH. I talked to a few people and they agreed that I acted like an AH. So am I. Dude, this happened to me too. My mom died and one of my friends was like, "Oh yeah, I remember watching my dog die." Like, I get humans like to try to connect, but what the actual fuck? Anywho, not the asshole. I'm so sorry you're going through this. No. I've lost a cat and also have kids. A cat is not the same thing, and there is no way she knows exactly how you feel. There are ways to be empathetic without trying to make a comparison like that. And I can understand being annoyed at constantly being told she went through the same thing. Even if you were being irrational, which you're not. You just went through a traumatic loss just 2 weeks ago. Your sister needs to be more empathetic to your feelings. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. No. Your sister doesn't know exactly how you felt. And comparisons of any kind are not welcome. Sounds like she just wants to talk about her loss because she's not sure what else to say. So sorry for your loss. Not the asshole. I am sorry for your loss. My brother described his love to his kids some time ago like this. It's hard to understand how much a parent can love a kid. You can only know this by having kids. Do you love somebody so much that you would die for them? No? I would take a bullet without hesitation to rescue my kids. My niece was also diagnosed with cancer last year. So even as an aunt, I have to say that this was already a nightmare. First of all, I can't imagine the amount of pain you and your daughter must have gone through. I'm so sorry to hear all of this. Second of all, not the asshole. Absolutely not. You cannot compare a cat to your daughter. You have birthed her. You have watched her grow up. You cared for her with all your might. Your daughter was literally 50 you, and to compare this beautiful human being to a cat? I can't believe I'm even saying this. I hope I wasn't too untactful in my comment. But yeah, this is my opinion. I wish you the best, Blue Heart. Not the asshole. Your sister sounds like the type of person who is the corpse at every funeral. I'm an animal lover and child-free by choice. My pets are my babies, but I would never ever compare losing them to losing a child. Especially to a grieving mother. Even if she had lost a child, grief shouldn't be compared. Everyone's grief is different. No one can actually say they've been in your exact shoes. They can just offer support and understanding. I'm sorry for what you're going through, not the asshole. Not the asshole at all. I'm a huge animal lover to the point I went vegan to avoid contribute to animal harm, but it's not the same as human harm. It's just not. Especially a teen daughter. I truly can't imagine and am so sorry you are going through this. Not only are a human and cat just not comparable, but when you adopt an animal it usually comes with the knowledge they will likely die before you. Their lifespans are significantly smaller, and that's something people know when getting a pet. No one expects or is prepared to lose their child. Sounds like the cat lived a pretty long life. Your daughter did not. She's not sitting around wondering who her cat would have been or what the cat would have accomplished, etc. You had a whole lifetime of things to look forward to with your daughter, and it was taken from you by a horrible, excruciating disease. Not the asshole. Good God, you're not the asshole. I am a cat mom, and have been grief-stricken when pets die. Then when I hear of a child dying, I can't imagine the devastation. You carried her in your womb. You taught her to speak. Walked the floor with her when she had colic. You dropped her off at the bus stop for the first time. You were supposed to see her graduate, marry, have kids, make you a grandparent. I love my cat, but no way can you compare a cat dying of old age to a young girl dying long before her time. Make your sister and her friends read this. Then ask them what the hell is wrong with them. How insanely disrespectful to you and to your late daughter. My brother died and my best friend constantly compared his cat dying to it as well, to the point that he would call me inconsiderate if I tried to contest the comparison. I don't have said friend in my life no mo. Not the asshole, and I strongly advise you to take a break from anyone who says that you are. Continuing contact with these people will not be beneficial to you at all. It doesn't have to be forever. But right now you should only surround yourself with people who truly have empathy for you. Your sister and these people don't. If they did, they wouldn't be calling you asshole. This is unpopular. But honestly, nah. I think people want to connect and sympathize and don't necessarily know how. What do you say to someone who lost a child? It might be better to not say anything. But most people don't know how to say nothing. I don't really know why people persist with this comparison between pets and children, or how your sister thought on any level that this was appropriate. Other comments on here too. Saying pets can be like children. It's not accurate. Pets are pets and your children are your children. People can love pets deeply. Sure. And they can be wonderful companions. But looking after a pet is in no way comparable to the amount of time and sheer bloody effort and heartbreak it takes to grow and raise a child. I'm so sorry for your loss, op. And that your sister is apparently an absolute dope. 100 not the asshole in this equation. No one is the here, honestly. Loss is loss. Grief can feel the same. She's trying to relate to you. No one knows how to help people grieving. But if there's anything in particular you need, definitely voice that to people. I'm really sorry for your loss. Not the asshole. You took it incredibly well the first time she said it, but for her to bring it up again so soon is just odd. I don't think you were mean in what you said, and if you hadn't told her now, I think she would have continued to say it over and over until you did. I lost my beloved cat almost 5 years ago now. It still hurts to talk about. However, I would never compare my loss with the loss my friend experienced when she lost her baby. I have a child now, and if I lost him, IDK how I would be going. Not the asshole. Gonna get flamed for this, but TBH, I lost my soul cat in 2021 and my desire for children tanked. Because I felt and still feel like I lost a child. The idea of having a baby deeply hurts the same part of me that grieves him. Thinking of getting another cat hurts the same way as thinking about a baby. I don't think she meant to be unkind, and I know that parents of actual children feel like it's not a fair comparison. but figured I should explain this piece so you can understand where they're coming from a bit. Nah.